Hey, I'm Roland with Mobile Geeks, and we're here with Micromax. Micromax is actually an Indian company. They sell smartphones and all kinds of stuff. They're actually selling millions of smartphones in India, and they're going to launch their own so-called Micromax Canvas LapTap, which is basically a combination of a 10-inch tablet based on an Intel Bay Trail Celeron dual-core CPU that's running at 1.46 gigahertz, powering up to 2 gigahertz if you need it, depending on the workload. What's really interesting about this device is actually it's a fully fledged Windows 8 tablet. They have 2 gigs of RAM in there, 32 gigs of onboard flash storage, an SD card slot, and all that kind of stuff. But what they're doing is actually they're letting it boot to Android. So you get the choice of running Windows 8. This is all pre-production, I gotta tell you that. 10-inch, 1280 by 800. So basically just a cheap Android tablet that is going to cost around $400 to $500. The Indian price is around 25 to 6,000 rupees. If you just look at this one right here, so we've actually let this one boot into Android. It's actually running Android 4.2.2. So if I just unlock this right here, you can see that you have the same device based on Intel x86 Bay Trail chips running Android 4.2.2. The performance is pretty much all right since the Celeron has plenty of power for a tablet with a screen resolution of 1280 by 800 in this case. Let's just take a quick look around those two devices, or basically just check out this one first. We have a 1.3 megapixel camera up on top. This is a capacitive Windows button. It's all pre-production, so they're a bit wonky, but they're getting there. It's fully plastic actually, and it's reasonably thin, so if you compare it to a device like it's not fully plastic, I just noticed that this is actually aluminum. If you compare it to a device like the Asus T100 TA, for example, you have a little lower screen resolution, but the panel is actually an IPS panel, so if you look at the viewing angles, that's totally fine. Brightness seems okay too. As I said, 1.3 megapixel camera up on top, capacitive touch button down here, and that's it on the front. On the left side, you get the power jack right there. This is a mini HDMI out. This is actually a micro USB 3.0 port right there. So this was actually just a headset jack. This right here is the power plug. A micro SD card slot up there. Nothing on the bottom, and on the right you get the power button and the volume rocker. Up here we only have a mic, and this looks like the micro SD card slot. So I would guess that this is actually not an SD card slot, but actually a SIM card slot, which would be nice on a tablet like this. On the back we have those two little speakers right here, and as you can see down here, Intel is involved in the project, and you have Windows 8 on there and Android in Dualboot. What they're doing is they're not letting you switch operating systems on the fly, so you have to always power the device down, and you get a choice screen when you want to start Windows or Android. So this has been the Micromax Canvas LapTap at CES 2014. Onwards, Roland with Mobile Geeks. See you later.